Well, hello everyone. Thank you for checking out this kind of a mini tutorial, more of like sharing my experience about the Ignite system. Many of you know that I had the opportunity to get some modules this year with Scott from Cobra Firing System. I have kind of, I think, a unique show, but not a unique position, because a lot of you fire shows every year. Not too many do, like a California Safe and Sane style show with just fountains, but this really opens up a world of fun stuff, and I'll just explain real quickly, and I'll just show you what our show looks like this year. In the past, we've had, so this is just the schematics of all the fountains that are involved in our show for this year. And in the past, I'd used a different system that I would have to hand cue every single item. So I'd have some music selections, and when the time would come up, I would push the button on the board to fire, which is a lot of fun, but you kind of miss a lot of things too, and you don't see everything that's going on. So let me just see if I can find my cues. So this is similar. Some of the cues have changed a little bit, but this is typical of what you would see, and I've been doing this for a few years now in this format. But I choose the song that I want. I usually label how long it will take, and then just have the cue times. And now it's kind of a run-on track, so they're all together, but before they'd be individual tracks. So as the track would end, then I would start at 1 second again, and wherever I see these cues is when I would push the button. But now Ignite has made it really simple, and I'm gonna show you just quickly their show designer. But before I do, I'll just explain that each module gives you 18 cues, and basically a cue is a signal that comes from the machine to your to your firework. That's the easiest way for me to explain, but it sends an electronic signal, kind of like pushing a button if you had one of those Estes model rocket kits. It's kind of like that. There's an igniter on the end of some sort, and it lights your firework. And in this case, it will actually do up to say 30 at one time if you have the equipment for it, and of course the igniters. We're not going to get into that too much here, but I will tell you that most of the things here, and you'll follow down below, you'll see 4, 5, 6, 7. They're actually one cue for 2 fireworks. So in this case, we're going to have 8 fireworks, 8 of the Gold Rush from Shogun going on at one time. So what I did is I took the modules, and each module has 18 cues, as we were talking about. They are color-coded per Ignite. Pretty cool. You get to choose the module color for the module that you want, and at this time they have 6 modules available, and I could have probably done this in less modules now thinking back to it, but this is I'm using all 6 and a lot of cues, about 106 I think of the cues, but so that's how it's designed: yellow, green, purple, teal, blue, and red. And so let's go to the Ignite show designer. So that's what my show looks like, and we'll just flash back really quickly again. These are all fountains. A lot of the 500 grammers are going to be on the ground. Just they tend to catch fire a little bit more after they fire, and we're doing a show of 38 minutes long, and I really don't want there to be delays between songs. So especially with the system, you would have to either pause it, and then it takes another, I think, 45 seconds to get back into the show. So I'm hoping that these things do not all catch on fire after they're spent. But you can see there's a lot of product there and a lot of fun. Moving on, so here is the show designer, and essentially when you create a show, you are selecting music that you want to put in there, and then you are basically dropping cues whenever you want them to start. So for example, my cue number 1 is going to be at the 0 point, and it is the 1776 MJG15. What you would do to add a cue, you would simply go to the bottom at add timed event, and there's a couple ways to do it. One way is to add it, and right now using clip-on igniters, it's just giving me some warnings and some things about how to do your timing. So you see this blue box, nothing is filled in. So at that point, I can either put the title of whatever it is I want in that section there. I can go to my bank of fireworks over here, if I can figure out how to do it. Oh, here it is. It's a little new to me too, but I do have things listed already here, like 1776, and you'll notice most of them have durations. You can also add something to that, and this allows you to go in and select from their firework catalog. Not everything is there, but that's okay. You can go in there and you can manually add one, and let's say I add one manually. I'm going to put the name of the firework, describe what it is, how long it goes, and on and on. You can even add a video, you can put a picture in there, you can do all that good stuff. So I'm going to take that off for now, but just pretend we added something. So in this case, I'm going to add, and what am I doing? Let me go back. I've got to hit this area here, and then I would... Alright, I'm being a rookie. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to blow this for you guys. But over on this side, it's been like a couple weeks before I added everything, so it's been a while. But you would simply add the plus, and then boom, then it populates. There it is. Perfect. And then you're going to choose the cue color. So what color do you want for the module? And then also what... So I'm going to choose red, and it automatically goes to Q18 because I've used, I think, everything. Alright, and so there's that, and I think, because I don't want to mess up everything, I'm going to delete this one for now. We're so close to the 4th. I don't want to mess it up at this point. Okay, so then you'll see the event times over here, 19, 21. How do I know those times? Well, I've gone through and I've timed fountains and saw where the effects were that I wanted. That is one way of doing it. You can also work backwards. What I mean is you can go to the end of a song. So for example, and there's a couple songs in here, but let's say Liberty Fountain, which is, here we go. This is at the end of the Star Spangled Banner. If I wanted to do all the crackle and effects at the very end, I kind of figure out how long that crackle ends, and then I back it up in the music to that starting point. So this point will be around 106. Alright, I'm staggering a few of them too, that's why you'll see some of the same names there, but I'm staggering the start times of the effects. The other thing that you can do is that I'm just clicking anywhere in the music here, and I'm going, hopefully it's not hecka loud, but I'm just gonna play a little bit of there. If there's a place that you want to drop a cue, you would just hit added time event at that time, and then it'll open up a box right there. At this point was 549.9. So it's really cool. A lot of cool stuff. I want to go into all the things on that. I will show you a couple things that were important to me. After I set everything in, and there's all those cues are in that we talked about. Once we did that, then you can go to cue labels and print out, and here they are, all the cues by color. It's so neat. So you get the special, I went to the Staples or wherever it was and got my sticker labels for that. I'm gonna go back to the designer, and then you can print them out and put them on your fireworks, put them on the cues, do whatever. It's a lot easier than, tape and all that other stuff. But that's essentially the gist of it. Once I did show you how to drop it in at the beginning. You of course can edit the times of anything that's in here, so minutes, seconds, and tenths of a second. All right, and that's pretty much it. I mean, this is what I did. And then when you go to your phone or your tablet or whatever you're using, and I won't have it on here because you're just looking at my screen, it will import the show over there, and you could actually look at the show if you're interested. You can go to the show designer and pull up the show. It's W22K. Put that code in. So it gives great, it's great for maybe a fireworks retailer that wants to design a show and then put an assortment together of items that are in that show, and they could sell a complete show. I think there might be a couple of places out there that do that. And I did want to point out, if you are still looking for something like this, go to the Ignite site, and they do have retailers. I'm sorry, I'm not going to go to the site because I just don't have it back up, but they do have retailers that do sell these systems before the 4th. For me, it was really simple to do all of this. I know this took a long time, and I've been planning it the whole year, but not this particular, probably took me a couple hours to put everything in and all the cues. And it took a little time, of course, to do the actual wiring and for the igniters. So that's it. If you have any questions about it, you're curious, please let me know. Really praying and hoping for great success with this show. And I thank Scott and Ignite Systems from Cobra Firing Systems, of course, Ignite Firing, for the opportunity and hope to do you proud. This is going to be a pretty neat show, and hopefully you guys can enjoy it on the channel, and I'd love to see all of your shows as well. So anyway, that's it for me and my preparation for the Ignite firing system.